The name of this YouTube channel is Berm Peak because we're on Berm Peak. That's my backyard, that's my property where we built all these crazy features. Every one of these features had a video behind it where we planned it, we built it, and then we wrote it. We've cut all those videos down to just finishing up the feature and writing them so you can get a quick refresher on everything we built here on Berm Peak. And so sit back and enjoy this super cut of all the features on Berm Peak being finished up and shredded.
All right, I'm coming through for a second try.
In the future, I'll alter the trail to improve the approach. But as is, the Mem Frame is really challenging just to get over. Of course, that didn't stop Phil from trying to air it. And attempting to ride it from the other side.
I lose so much speed at that G out. Yes!
In typical Skills with Phil fashion, he cleared it after just a few tries. But for me, this would be a slightly bigger challenge.
Oh, holy shit. Get it. Almost. Good save. Yes. Yes.
Now that it's all done, we get to see if this lip is any good.
Seth's about to hit the airbag for the first time. I told him go like a moderate speed because the last thing you want to do is land all the way down at the bottom and bounce to flat, or just you want to be in the main zone. So we'll see if he took my advice.
So we have ourselves a new trail and a new feature. Time to see if it works. Despite the sketchy sounding name, the Snake Pit Skinny is actually really intuitive. The tree trunks feel really solid, the planks are grippy, and the gap jump is smooth. For the first time on Berm Peak, we have a feature with a good run-up, where everything works and there's no crazy huck or blind landing. So Kevin suggested I try and nose bonk the tree.
You got it.
Right? Roll up.
Yeah.
Roll up.
Oh, that sucks.
Walk it out.
You got it.
Right?
That crash confirmed the worst fears of anyone hesitating to ride this thing. To be honest, I'm not really sure what happened there. After that, I did end up landing a nose bonk, but it was kind of weak. It feels more natural to bonk the end of the landing since you have more time to set up for it, but I guess it's something we'll need to work on.
Nope. Nope, not for me. No! It's stupid. These things are stupid.
The first lip is obviously this little diving board rock off the edge of the road. It can't be more than a 5-foot gap. But if you boost off this rock further back, you can pre-hop the entire thing, lip and all. Of course, it all connects to the Snake Pit Skinny, which used to end in a muddy disaster. But these fun, intuitive rock features were a little out of place on Berm Peak. We needed something sketchier.
It's super chill. I'm gonna hit it.
I believe in you.
Oh no, I did not have the speed. I gotta get a little more speed. That was sketch.
Option 3 was a little bucky, meaning it wants to throw you over the bars. So we did a little shaping with gravel to make the transition smoother.
Way smoother.
While the gap isn't all that big, you need to clear it off a 4-inch rock, and that's exactly the kind of sketchiness we like around here. But for maybe the first time on Berm Peak, we have a really good approach, and 2 other really intuitive options. I named this feature the Squatch Jump after James's bike shop, and later that day, both of James's mechanics, Sean and Pat, stopped by to try it out. James and Gary got a real kick out of watching their work being enjoyed in this way. It's hard to imagine walkways and staircases eliciting the kind of reaction this rock feature does.
Woo! I guess that line works, huh? That was good. Whoa! That's a nice push to the face.
If it was the summer, this would be rock solid and we have a little more speed, but we're gonna have to make it work, no excuses.
I added additional height to the landing so we could pump it for speed, and some more support at the bottom of the lip for a smoother takeoff. Pat also came by to give it a shot. With those changes to the trail, we were immediately doing better than the previous day. In the summer with a harder surface, I'm positive we would have sailed past the gravel. But despite this handicap, we were giving it everything we had.
Whoa! I think that was it.
Okay, there you come. Yo!
Right on the edge. I don't think so. I just need a little more speed. Come on.
Yeah.
Undeniable. That was it. That felt good.
Undeniable. Your back tire was right there. Pat definitely cleared it with a clean dismount. And with that, the driveway gap was officially a reality. But it's my driveway, so I had to clear it too. So I took a couple of tips from Pat on line choice and gave it another shot.
Almost made it. So close. Go! Go! Yeah! Yeah!
I said it would never happen, but we have a driveway gap. And it leads right to another trail entrance in Moonshangle Thickets. That means we can keep this downhill run going and add additional crazier features. After a few finishing touches, our berm is complete. And it's solid. But we have yet to find out if it actually works.
So it worked. It worked, but the dendron's got to come out. I had to do an evasive maneuver for this rhododendron.
This berm feels amazing. Everything about it is fun, functional, and addictive. The only thing I would change about it dimensionally is to add another plank or two to the end to really blast off to the other side of the trail. As you can see, the Pecker log is simply a planked out log. proudly protruding from the earth. And it didn't take us very long to get running. And we have just enough time to give this line a test. Woo-hoo!
Oh, look, I'm just gonna roll this. Ooh, dude, how did...
I just skidded off of that thing and hit straight into this log. This is always what happens when we rush things, or when I rush things. So I get hurt.
It turned out that I would have had time to build this right in the first place. It only took 15 minutes to brace solid, and that wasn't worth careening into the woods over. This pattern of trying to beat the rain has gotten me into trouble before, and it looks like I may never learn. But now we have a pretty fun line, and it's fast. Really fast. Did I mention I love my hardtail? We've got the roll-in, the berm, the Kevin jump, the wood berm, the soft unfinished berm, and the little pecker log. But we need to get this all dialed before moving on to the icing on the cake, the big feature we have planned for the beginning.
I pulled back and I landed back tire first, all sketchy, but I think I can clean it up. Nope. Oh, dude. I wasn't going fast enough. I am so relieved it works. See how far left I am? It's okay, you can steer.
The whale tail felt amazing and addictive. Plus, the edits Kevin made to the berm had the whole line feeling perfect. It's so smooth and so satisfying. You can actually hear just how fun it is. As for Snake Pit's alternate line, it's actually more technically challenging than the original tree jump, but we're giving it a blue rating since it carries less risk. So if you're not into jumping or just want a technical challenge, it's yet another really fun option. For Furthermore, it can be climbed in the other direction, which I think is one of our most challenging features yet. So by creating safer options, we haven't taken anything away from what's already here. You almost gave me a heart attack. With our first runs out of the way, it's only right that we take it from the top. If you drop in off the east side of the flight deck, you get to ride the whale tail line down Roto-Rooter. The trail continues towards the Pecker jump, then plunges into upper Moonshangle thickets. Take a left to drop into Cakewalk. Dropping in here. With that little trail we built, you can continue downhill onto Knob Deep and let gravity take you all the way to the bottom. Drop in off the west side of the flight deck and you can ride Woodpecker. Into Snake Pit. Onto Grandpa Strength. And into the Shangle Connector. That dumps you directly into Cakewalk. And although it's the same feature, it's a totally unique route.
You made the turn!
One thing's for sure, Elmer FUD is a contender for the funnest feature on Berm Peak. The steep approach, the hard braking across the planks, and the exciting dive into an off-camber turn makes it stand out as a truly unique line.
One, two,
Oh, how many more times are we gonna have to do that? Holy
7,
moly.
3, 5! Yeah! Get under, no, keep going, keep going! Oh!
Dude, it goes so fast.
So I actually came into there with more speed than I ever have before. I
Absolutely.
used this whole thing over here.
I'm gonna give you plenty of space.
Oh! If you get stuck in that mud, you're done.
Yeah, you're right.
Someone had the brilliant idea to try and climb the rock garden.
Oh, yeah, dang. It's right there. If I could get past that, it's that spot. Twice I got to up here. You get it?
Great.
I'm not gonna keep trying this, I'm done.
After well over an hour of repeated tries, Alex and I both got pretty close to making it over to the log, but decided to save that victory for another day. After all, we didn't build this rock garden for climbing. More so than anything else in mountain biking, rock gardens are about line choice. Some lines are all about speed, and some are just about plain old fun. But whatever route you choose through this rock garden, it's going to be a bumpy one.
I haven't been this, well, I guess the whale tail is kind of scary, but this is really scary. Okay. Yeah! No problem. Oh, I didn't clear that last piece.
Man, that's butter, dude. I don't think that was fast enough.
No?
Oh.
Yeah, bro!
At first, we were landing on the pucker pad and then jumping off in 2 separate motions. But the more reps you get on this thing, the more fluid it becomes.
My face is smushing sweat out of my helmet and down my face.
And then what about the branch? You're just hitting
The branches, I don't really feel it. The sweat, like I can feel the, like that's how much momentum I have when I hit the bottom.
You're definitely like brushing this branch every time. I think we're good.
What did you do? Chuck no hander?
So when you ride a new dirt jump line for the first time, you gotta go back and fix all the spots that you messed up, pack it down really good, and give it some time to dry. I don't know how many times we rebuilt that berm before the Kevin jump, but now it rides perfectly, sends you right into the jump, and we have solid features from the pucker plank all the way to the bottom of the rock garden. So the only thing to do now is to just keep that run going. If you're just popping in, I hope you'll join us for those future builds. Make sure you subscribe. We post 1 to 2 videos every week on this channel. Thanks for riding with me today. I'll see you next time.
I see you, sir. Whoa! Hey, bud. What's up, dude? Hey. You go. Whoa, it's slow! Oh, almost got messed up on that. Woo!
The pirate ship teeter is pretty scary. I didn't consider how steep it would be with the axis so high off the ground. But hey, this is Berm Peak.
So when the teeter comes down to about here, I want it to sit down on top of a deck. Or you can just launch off the teeter, clear the deck, and use it as a step down. No? The fun begins. That was easy. Got some rain coming and I really wanted to get some footage in of us riding this, but you can tell the tires are just pushing into this berm and mushing all the mud everywhere. In the interest of showing you guys what it looks like, we're gonna mash up the berm just a little bit. Today, that little sapling's gotta go. I've already tagged that a couple times.
Yeah, we're gonna look goofy. We're replanting it for Earth Day.
So I think we dialed it perfectly because it's running slow. I'm gonna go up and hit it again.
You just went straight at that thing, and it was like, boo!
All right, man, you're in the hot seat.
Let's do it.
Woo! I appreciate the commitment. I mean, you case that and just roll away no problem, so.
What was the case?
You cased it pretty good. Yeah, it was like right there.
All right, I'm gonna go faster next time.
That looked really good.
Oh man.
shot that.
The concept is the same, the planks are the same, and we even use the old fasteners. Even the old beeline hasn't changed, as it seems to have a bit of life left in it. But everything else is different. Snake Pit 2.0 looks a lot more interesting, and it's a lot sketchier. The lip is bigger, the gap is bigger, and the entrance to the beeline was an afterthought. That should make it real challenging. Now we just need to wait for this thing to dry so we can test it out. Wow.
Oh! I tasted a little bit. I was up there and I was like, I need to crank, but I said I was going with it. Which is the dumbest logic ever. So I'm gonna come over with a little bit more authority this time.
Yeah, go get him.
So the most different thing about Snake Pit 2.0 is that you come up to it blind because now you have to go up this thing, so you don't see the skinny line you're about to ride until you get over it, and then you also have to plan really quick because you see what you're about to ride for the first time. So Drew just turned in his rental bike. Kevin just said, hey, I think my bike fits you. I mean, it's a bike, right? How different can it be?
Buddy.
Yeah, that was awesome. You got the full Berm Peak. That was one of the most chill things I've ever hit on Berm Peak. It felt really smooth and it was really fun, like it felt good. I'm gonna go hit it again. This is really fun, especially because you have 3 hits in a row. You have the door, the banana cannon, and the Benjamin jump. That's what we've been calling it, the Benjamin jump, because it was when wood was really expensive and we got a $100 2x12. But as you remember, we added a lip to the right side so you could just totally clear the door. And we've got to see if that works. So let's give it a try. Kind of chickened out a little bit. I took the low side of the landing and I felt like I had the speed for it, so I gotta try and at least go a little bit over the door. So hear me out, if this is a whale, this part right over here is the tail splashing. We're gonna build a splash pad. Give it a little test run. We shouldn't need too much speed. Whew.
right there.
It's not that scary. Toddler bike trail, what are we gonna name it? God! Nice! It's little, right? If it was up to me, I would have built a big steep lander so that I could pop up, but it's for little kids, and so it's gotta be mellow, it's gotta be good for everyone, and that's a lot more fun for me. You wanna try and ride it? Okay, let's go. You have a bridge now, Rebecca. It's a ladder bridge.
A ladder bridge?
Yep.
Wow! Where'd I go?
Whoa! Okay, those videos bring back some good memories. A lot of people ask why I haven't built features in as high a frequency lately, and the reason is I started having kids and I can't work 7 days a week anymore. That was so much work. I would get up on Monday morning at 6 a.m. and just work continuously through Thursday for 12 hours a day, and then I would literally stay up all night editing the video and then get ready to get supplies to do the same thing again the following week. The trail building category has been played out to some extent and there's not as much interest in it, but that is not going to stop us from continuing to build things. This summer I have some great ideas and I hope you'll come along. Wow. I hope you enjoyed this compilation of Berm Peak feature builds. I hope you learned something, and if you didn't, I hope you at least found it entertaining. Thanks for riding with me today, and I'll see you next time.
Yo! My face is smushing sweat out of my helmet and down my face.
And then what about the branch? You're just hitting
the branches, I don't really feel it. The sweat, like I can feel like that's how much momentum I have when I hit the bottom.
You're definitely like brushing this branch every time.